Checking in with Jerry Carroll. In the golf season is a couple meets old, and as we're airing this right now, we're getting ready for day 2 of the Evanston Invitational at Purple Sage Golf Course. You get to host one every year, but you've had a couple of meets already, so run us through what's gone on.
All right, we started off in Riverton, which we go to, which is a great test of golf. You have a lot of good teams there, Riverton being one of them. Our kids went there, and as we expected, with the loss of our previous seniors, we had a lot of new kids moving into varsity positions. Noah Linford had our top shooter. He shot a 164 to make the top 10. Hunter Robbins, another senior, 167, and then we dropped off into the 190s. So we had a lot of work to do in there. We only took one girl because, we share girls with the Classics, and they had a clinic. Taryn Mayer, who right now has been going through a lot of changes with her swing, but she's working really hard to continue to get better. She had a tough first day, but the next day she got it back down in the 80s for a 179, and we just expect that she's going to be good. She made top 10 with that score, but we expect that with her getting used and having trust in her new swing, she'll do fine. We then went to Rock Springs. We had perfect conditions, which let's just say that never happens in Rock Springs, and we had them for 2 straight days. Again, Noah Linford comes through. He shoots a 155. Hunter Robbins, a 158. Noah's top 10. Did a great job. And we went from shooting an average score of 360 for our boys. We shot 340 and then a 328. Keep in mind, we always kind of say a good golf team is 320. So we still have some work to do, but you can see the mass improvement we had. Everybody at the varsity level was 80, or in the 80s or in the 70s for the top 5. And so that gets us back to being a reasonably good golf team. We had our girls go, finally had our team there. Taryn struggles just a little, but she's better. Lexi comes in, has a good first day, a tough second day, and I think it's just getting used to competition. And Kira Spanenberg comes through, and she's going to shoot, I think, under 100 as we get going. So we really think that our girls can challenge for a top 3 spot at state. We're hoping to get our boys to that position. Riverton, let's face it, is very hard to beat. Kelly Walsh is very, very hard to beat. We've got the 2 Cheyenne schools coming in to see us this weekend. They're traveling in, and I think Central is going to be a tough one. But anybody else can be beat on any given day, and I've seen a great deal of improvement over the course of the last 2 weeks. So we're just excited to be golfing again.
Good to see you getting back toward that 320 level. I know after the first meet I saw you placed pretty highly, but when I saw the score it was way up there, and then you saw Riverton's score, which was way down there. Like you said, they are just shooting lights out. I saw that Taryn with shooting over 100 on that first day in the most recent meet at Rock Springs. I wondered what was going on. So you said she's changing her swing a little bit. How is she changing it?
Well, she's a good athlete. And she swings the club, and she swings it hard, and she makes good contact. But she had a shorter swing, and the shorter the swing, the shorter the shot. And when she went to America's Cup, she was having difficulty keeping up lengthwise. Not skill-wise, but lengthwise. So we tried to lengthen her swing to get a little bit longer on the course so she could take shorter clubs in, hit the driver a little further. And quite frankly, when you've played at a high level, which she has, she's an all-state golfer, she played at a high level, it's hard to make little changes. And when you do, you don't always trust them originally. And so we've tried to lengthen her swing, but we've done that to just about everybody in our program. We've said, hey, we've got some swing changes we want you to make. We want you to continue to practice them and use them in the tournament, and then hopefully by the state tournament, you'll trust your own swing and trust the changes we've made. It's cost fit with a couple kids, but as long as they'll just trust that it's going to work, I think it's going to be great. I think Taryn's going to, instead of shooting in the mid-80s, hopefully get down into the 70s and be that way. We've got Lexi going through a few swing changes. We've got a few of the boys doing things like that. And that's just part of getting better in golf. You always hear about Tiger Woods making swing changes. He might have made too many of them, but originally you just keep trying to improve and get better, and you have to make little changes.
We know who our girls' team is because you got 3 of them on the team.
Actually, I have 4. We got a new one, Allie Hansen, and so she looks like she's going to have a promising future for us and hopefully help us. But, yeah, we know who they are.
On the boys' side, like you said, that senior class was a monster senior class to have leave. So as we get ready to go into tournament time and not that far away, is there going to be a lot of volatility from week to week of who the varsity golfers and a lot of competition for who makes that final team?
Boy, that's the good thing about it. You got a bunch of young kids. You've got some leaders there. You got Noah and Hunter, and actually Brock Spanenberg's been doing a nice job for us. But you got those last two spots, and we've already had 3 or 4 different kids in there in 2 meets, and they're going to be close. They're going to have to work really hard to keep that spot to make the state team, to be that top 5. And they're young kids that are fighting for each other. They're sophomores and freshmen. So that's a really good thing for them because they're getting really intense competition at the varsity level.
That's Coach Jerry Carroll checking in with the golf team, and I hope that we have some good finishes at the home meet, the Evanston Invitational, closing up on Friday. Thanks so much.
Hey, thank you. We're excited for the Evanston Invitational. We want to thank the Purple Sage Golf Course in the city of Evanston for allowing us to host. We've got 10 teams coming in. They're going to stay overnight. They're going to buy meals. It's going to be good for the city of Evanston, and we got a quality golf course to show off to the rest of the state.
That's Coach Carroll. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Go Red Devils.